What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Johnny Daily Fit YouTube channel. I'm Johnny and we are on week 9. We are starting week 9. We just wrapped up week 8 of our 17-week weight loss journey. And guys, go ahead. I'm feeling leaner. Go ahead and subscribe. Smash the like button. I'm feeling leaner. I'm feeling good. Let's go ahead and jump on the scale. We'll do a tape measurement and then we'll dive into the computer as always. Put the data in, see where I am as far as weight loss, weight increase, what's going on, and then I'll talk about what I'm doing to continue dropping weight on this journey. So let's go. 186.1. All right, so the stats are in. We're at 186. That's a new low during this challenge. Didn't lose much. We lost, I'd say 2 pounds. We lost just shy of 2 pounds this week, so we're still on our goal. We're gonna dive into the computer. We already did our measurements, so yeah, we actually lost another, I believe we lost another inch off of our waist. Yep, 1 inch off of our waistline. And yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, so currently right now I'm using this body fat calculator on calculators.net. Basically, we are using a US Navy method, which goes from your age, your weight, your height, your neck, inches around your neck, and inches around your around your waist. And it gives us a 21.8% body fat. Body fat mass is saying 40 pounds. Lean body mass is 145. Now this isn't perfect, but it's saying that I need to lose another 15 pounds to get to ideal body weight. Now let's go ahead and talk about week 9. So here we are, the end of week 8, starting week 9. So I guess when I started this series, I could have done a better job by doing updates by the end of week 8. But technically this is day 1 of week 9. So either way, here we are, July 1st. We're at 186 pounds, down from 187.9. And remember, I started at 202 pounds. So that's a significant drop. That's what, 14 pounds? We're at a 21.8% body fat, 78.2 muscle. As you can see here, I copied and pasted the body fat calculator. And then here's my graph, overall weight, body fat percentage, muscle mass going up, weight, body fat going down. Here's a better graph of weight loss. Of course, I had a little plateau right here for a little while. And then muscle mass going up, again, another little plateau. And then body fat percentage right here, a little bit of a plateau. With calorie budget of around 1,700 to 1,800 calories per day, estimates that we'll reach your goal of 167 by September 6th, 2026 at a 2-pound weight loss per week. So technically I'm 2 pounds behind schedule. This week I should have been closer to 184. But again, we spent a couple weeks stuck at 189 and then 190. So we got stuck right around that level, around 190, but still looking pretty good, slowly dropping our weight, halfway through the cut series, and 20 pounds away from our goal. So we're down 14, almost 15 pounds. We had a total weight loss goal of 35 pounds, and we are halfway there, guys. All right, so this part of the video, we talk about what I'm doing on a daily basis as far as nutrition, workouts, and step count. So if you're liking this journey, this series, follow along and definitely smash that like button for me and subscribe so you get these weekly updates. So halfway through, you guys have seen my progress. First couple weeks, I didn't even work out. I simply was just slowly getting into walking. You guys all know about my hypothyroidism that I was diagnosed with toward the beginning of this series, which has a lot to do with, a lower metabolism, easier weight gain, fatigue, exhaustion, nervousness, anxiety, a ton of crazy things that can happen that could affect your overall weight and mood. So keep that in mind. But halfway through this series, and I'm feeling good, feeling confident. I'm getting more steps in, dialing in on my nutrition, and I'm not perfect, guys. This is no way a perfect way to do what I'm doing, but I'm not, binge eating anymore. I'm not doing any crash diets, never really have, but basically I'm doing the same thing every day. I'm eating from 12 p.m., which is lunch, to about 8 o'clock, and that's it. I cut myself off. I don't eat anymore. I have an 8-hour feeding window and a 16-hour fasting window, and it seems to do very well in that specific area. I've never really been a guy to eat breakfast, so I'm not really eating a lot of breakfast. I'll have some coffee in the morning, around maybe 9 or 10, and not every day do I drink coffee either, so it just depends. I'm tracking my calories using the FitnessPal app, trying to get in my protein. I'm actually been drinking these Rockin' protein shakes. There's 50 grams of protein, which is amazing. Usually they're like, I think they're like 30 grams, but we got this max, so there's 50 grams in it. That's literally a third of my protein intake. I'm trying to get around 150 calories per day. Of course, I want to up that to like maybe 180, grams, like 180 grams of protein, maybe closer to 200 grams of protein, but you don't need a lot of protein in your body anyways. You need 0.8 to 1 gram per body pound that you want to be at. So if you're 200 pounds and you're trying to get down to 150 or 160, you only need about 150 or 160 grams of protein. If you're 200 pounds and you're trying to get to 220 pounds and you're gaining muscle, then maybe you want to shoot for around 200 to 220 grams of protein. Right now I'm at 181, or 186, which is freaking amazing. So, I only need about 180 grams of protein. Plus, that fits within my 1,800 calories. Then I'm getting about 180 to 200 carbs and only around 50 to 60 fat every day. And make sure that we do that. Now, we do that with protein. We do that with chicken and rice. We do that with some lean beef and rice. I'll still have an occasional cheeseburger, of course, homemade. Doing my peanut butter and jelly just for something sweet on a bun. And I mean, that's really it. Every once in a while I'll have a little sweet or a snack or something, but basically a lot of chicken, a lot of beef, rice, and veggies. I had a salad the other day with a healthy wood-fired pizza. It was a margarita pizza. It just had basically cheese, tomato, and basil. I've also done some mushroom and truffle pizzas this week. I might be able to put a little clip of some of the food. I know I want to get more into doing that, getting better into editing these videos for you and providing more content. Using my FitnessPal, I could pull that up and maybe show you my macros right here, do a little screenshot of basically the macros I'm hitting. But basically, yeah, that's really it. I'm doing like a 40-40-20 or like a 35-35-25 split. Or 30 split, so pretty much even here on this pie chart for fat, protein, and carbs, making sure to keep fats low. And okay, so now that's my nutritional. Now what about my step count and my overall weight training? Well, step count is now between 12,000 and 15,000 steps. When I started, I was barely getting like maybe 2,000, 5,000 steps, and then as time went on, I increased it. A few weeks ago, I was only still hitting around 10,000 steps a day, but now that we're getting into the challenge, and I noticed I plateaued a little bit at around 189 pounds, 190 pounds, I increased my step count to help, boost my metabolism a little bit, and help me burn a few more calories without having to eat less calories, right? So really I just increased my step count slightly. Weight training, 3 days a week still. I'm still kind of iffy on if I want to work out, 6 days a week or not. They say to train your body muscle, your body parts twice a week. I'm still only doing once a week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday is a push day, Wednesday is a pull day, and Friday is a leg day. And so with that said, I'll get, I'm doing 4 sets with around 10 to 12 reps. And as I am able to increase my reps, I'll increase the weight and then lower the reps. But right now I'm just getting into that routine again. I'm getting into just showing up and doing it on a consistent basis. Of course, dealing with muscle fatigue and a little bit of exhaustion from, of course, my thyroid issues, but getting through it nonetheless. And that's really it, guys. That's kind of my game plan right now. I want you guys to know that, everyone's weight loss journey is different. Everyone who's trying to gain weight and gain muscle, their journeys are different as well. As long as you're making sure that you're eating healthy, you're getting adequate recovery and rest is important. I shoot for 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. The other night I only got 4 hours of sleep. You know what I mean? So it happens sometimes. Last night I slept from 12 to about 8. So I got my 8 hours of sleep last night. So it fluctuates, but still just showing up, doing what you need to do, staying hydrated. I'm still drinking my Gatorade Zeros, having water, drinking probably like a half a gallon of water, nothing crazy. That's like 4 to 5 just regular size water bottles. And that's really it. Just trying to enjoy the process, keep my mind busy doing other things, and just overall staying positive through this journey, keeping my eye on the goal. So just know that if you're just starting out or you want to start a weight loss journey, ease into it, right? Ease into it. I've done it many times where I've gone full force, 15,000 steps, workouts every single day, constantly sore, trying to get the protein, trying to make sure I track everything, and that could be overwhelming, that could be exhausting, and that'll actually make you want to quit. You'll get some sort of a burnout feeling, overstimulated kind of feeling. You're mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, you just don't want to do it anymore. Ease into the process. If you've never done 100 push-ups, you're not going to try to do 100 push-ups on your first goal. Maybe you work on 5 push-ups, 10 push-ups, 20 push-ups, adding maybe 1 or 2 push-ups a day or every other day, and then you could slowly build up that push-up count. Or walking. Don't go out and walk, 12,000 steps or 6 miles on day 1. If you're barely only walking 1 mile, you're going to be tired, exhausted, muscle soreness. It's going to be rough on you. Start slow. Start with a half a mile, then a mile, then work your way up to 2 miles, 3 miles. You don't have to do them all in one day. You could work a mile. You could walk a mile in the morning, walk a mile midday or in the evening, and start there. Getting 1 to 2 miles a day, building that consistency, letting your body know that this is what we're doing and we're going to continue doing it, and then make yourself a little better every day. Push yourself 1 extra lap around the track, pushing yourself 1 extra quarter mile or half mile or mile after, a week of doing it, and slowly get yourself into a position that you feel comfortable with. And listen to your body. If you need to rest a certain day, rest, but don't rest more than 2 days, making sure that you're not just doing it on a Monday and then you do it like on a Friday, right? Make sure you're getting at least 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever it is. Make sure you have a plan and you stick to it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, smash the like button, and we'll see you all next week for another update.